This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. With a history of over a century, Rolex has cultivated an image of exclusivity and prestige. While many Rolex models are widely available at authorized dealers, a hidden realm of Rolex watches exists that collectors and enthusiasts covet but cannot readily purchase. These secret watches, characterized by their limited availability and unique histories, highlight the brand's craftsmanship and highlight the complexities of luxury markets. In this video brought to you by the luxury world, we will be diving into the world of Rolex's secret watches. This term might sound intriguing, but we're talking about off-catalog pieces that are not found on store shelves or offered by most authorized dealers. Even if they are available, chances are you will not have shown them just by walking in. Naturally, these watches tend to be the most expensive and exclusive. Let us explore some of these hidden treasures from 2021. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, we encourage you to do so to stay informed about our upcoming videos. The Rolex Yacht-Master features a 42mm case made of 18-karat white gold, adorned with baguette diamonds. There are two versions, one with a black dial and the other with a diamond dial, both paired with an oyster flex bracelet. Released during the height of the COVID craze, these watches were trading at astonishing prices exceeding $250,000. Nowadays, you can find them on the market for around $130,000 to $160,000. Many people prefer the black dial version, as it enhances the visibility of the baguette bezel. We have a particular affinity for watches that incorporate baguette-cut diamonds, as they add an unparalleled richness to the design. However, we wish they had included baguette markers on the non-diamond pave dial, which would have elevated the overall look. The next model, known as the Tutti Frutti, did not receive as much acclaim. This reference, 116695, features an Everose gold case with a rotating bezel and is set with 32 sapphires in diverse colors against a black dial. The second version has the same gem settings but features a full-paved diamond dial. It is somewhat ambiguous whether it is intended as a men's or women's watch, often being viewed as a less successful take on the rainbow models. Today, these watches trade at approximately $990,000 and $120,000, respectively. Following the somewhat lackluster response to the Tutti Frutti, Rolex decided to create the Yacht-Master, affectionately dubbed Cotton Candy. Two variations were produced, including one with a black dial, but it does not feature a full-paved diamond dial and does not differ significantly from the Tutti Frutti. We prefer this watch over the Tutti Frutti. It does not attempt to replicate the rainbow Daytona's success. For this particular model, we would opt for the paved version, as we think it complements the stones beautifully. Generally, it trades better than the Tutti Frutti, ranging from $135,000 to $165,000. If you were to compare it side by side with a Tutti Frutti, we would choose the Yacht-Master every time, with its beautiful gem-set pieces. The P and non-P dials followed the successful launch of the Rainbow Daytona, with hopes of replicating that success on another model. However, it did not quite achieve the same level of demand. Based on sales and interest, it has not emerged as one of Rolex's more sought-after off-catalog pieces. Despite our appreciation for gem-set and diamond watches, this particular model is not one we would choose to wear. Known as the tiger in the secondary market is the depth of the dial. It is crafted so well that even aftermarket producers struggle to replicate it, as their dials usually match the originals perfectly. We recall when these watches were released, the bracelet version was sold for $475,000 and the Oyster Flex model for $350,000. Today, you can find them priced between $300,000 and $200,000, whether on a bracelet or strap. The combination of white gold with a black Oyster Flex makes it stand out. The black background on the dial against the Oyster Flex enhances its visual appeal tremendously. Additionally, this watch trades at a comparable price to its yellow gold counterpart, around the $200,000 mark, just at the onset of the COVID craze. In the same year, Rolex introduced a fully iced-out Skydweller, available in both Oyster Flex and full bracelet versions. This concept harkens back to the GMT Master known as the GMT Ice. Fans of the meteorite dial can attest to that, as it blends beautifully with the diamonds. The design features baguette diamonds cascading down the bracelet, a full pave case, and baguette markers on the dial. When this watch first hit the market, it sold for around $1.4 million during the hot market of 2021. Today, you can find a bracelet version priced at about $800,000, while the Oyster Flex variant is around $350,000. Rolex introduced two stunning day-date models featuring emerald and ruby baguette bezels with matching pave markers. These watches be produced remarkable, and they remind us of the older off-catalog pieces that Rolex used to produce, particularly since many of these models were day-dates. What is not to love about these day-dates? Currently, the Platinum Emerald model is trading around $400,000, while the Ruby version is about $250,000. Another noteworthy release is the new Rolex Day-Date, which pays homage to the classic Stella dials. These three new color variants feature a 36mm case with diamond set bezels, using square-cut diamonds instead of the previous round ones. While these models are catalog pieces, the square cuts set them apart as off-catalog options. The satellite dial, bloodstone dial, and turquoise dial are intriguing, but it feels like Rolex is giving us a taste while holding back on the full experience. Historically, stone dials and unique designs have fetched unreasonable prices, but we feel that the baguette markers detract from the appeal of these pieces. If they are going with square cuts, there seems to be enough space for a baguette bezel. Choosing square cuts seems mismatched. As for the emoji or puzzle watch, they trade around the $4 million mark, which makes them incredibly hard to acquire. If someone were to ask us to find one today, it would be a challenge, as these watches are not easy to come by, even for someone who can source most things. We never found a reasonably priced option to consider adding to our collection. The puzzle dial replaces the day of the week with words like love. If we had to choose one, we would lean toward the rose gold version. The combination of the red dial and rose gold is absolutely stunning. The rose gold version would be the top choice, though we are not sure if it is classified as an off-catalog or on-catalog piece, but it is just as difficult to obtain as the off-catalog items. What we do know is that the white gold version was discontinued after a brief run of just 6 to 9 months, making these effectively off-catalog pieces. You certainly will not find this watch sitting in a boutique case. Currently, the white gold model trades around the $4 million mark. As for the yellow gold version, we have not seen it yet, but we estimate it could surface at around $300,000, possibly dropping to the $250,000 range like the white gold Daytona. We prefer the yellow gold for its resemblance to the classic stainless steel Daytona, which is the quintessential Daytona in many people's minds. Regarding other releases, in 2017, Rolex launched two unique submariners, which is the 116659 SABR, featuring a white gold case set with diamonds and sapphires, and a baguette sapphire bezel with diamond inserts. We prefer the one with the diamond dial for the same reason as before, as much as we want to maintain that focal point without distractions. The blue dial pairs beautifully with both the sapphire and diamond bezels. In the diamond dial version, the focus is clearly on the diamonds, while the one on the left highlights the sapphires. With this watch, the intention was to emphasize the sapphires. In the secondary market, you can find these models priced between $125,000 and $155,000, depending on whether it is 58 or not. Now, let us discuss some truly extraordinary models. The 126598T RUS and TBR. These feature a ruby bezel, and the previous model, with its large square cuts, is the TBR Daytona. The latter trades today for around $240,000 to $250,000, while we know of one available for $1.1 million. This is the asking price for these Daytonas. Yes, they do exist in the secondary market, and while we think whether they are worth $1 million, their value is ultimately what someone is willing to pay. If this is your only option and the price is set, then you buy it, wear it, and enjoy it. What are your impressions on the Rolex watch topic we discussed in this video? If you enjoyed it, please let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.